We don't get days off. We don't get to take it easy, unfortunately. This is life. If you want to be better than the rest, you've got to do more than the rest. And what is average these days? What is mediocre? Those people are constantly looking for the easy way out. So do the opposite of that. Find a challenge, find struggle, meet it head on. I think you're going to do very well in life. Don't run away from challenge. Don't shy away from challenge. That's not how we do it, baby. And welcome to your favorite channel on YouTube, Cult Strength. Today it is chest day. I got some bench press. Today we're going over 200 kilos. Then we're gonna drop back and get a whole bunch of rep work in. Now, before we move on, quick question for you guys. Would you rather see just a standard full day of eating video, or do you wanna see me take on 10,000 calories? The old 10,000 calorie challenge. You let me know in the comments and I'm gonna do it next week. But you gotta let me know. So don't just watch this shit and let it slide. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and you comment which one you'd prefer. But for now, let's get to work. It's bench time. Let's go. All right, guys, so warm-ups are moving really well, 190 kilos, easy as you like. A couple weeks ago, hit 200 kilos for a top single. Again, these are nowhere near maxes, they're not meant to be. Today I'm gonna hit 205, I think that's the plan. And ideally, 10 kilos left in the tank. That's kind of the idea, that's what you want. You don't wanna hit the ceiling while you're trying to progress. You wanna leave a little room in the tank each week, so you don't top out. That's the easiest way to plateau. So yeah, 205 top set. Obviously I'm gonna get some back down work in. I think I'm gonna hit 170 for some tempo work today. Sets of 3 or 4, probably sets of 4 if it's a good day, 4-second eccentrics. And then I'll get a little bit of AMRAP work in with touch and go. That's kind of the plan today. And then I'm thinking about probably moving on to some dumbbells. So, see how we go. I'm gonna get cracked into the top work now. Fingers crossed, we fucking smoke this shit. Let's go, baby. All right, guys, so we've acquired a fair amount of fatigue, and I want to finish this benching off with, I guess, an AMRAP or pretty close to, probably not quite to failure. I doubt I'll have a spot. So 140 kilos, I guess my goal is around the 15 rep range. Now, you know, my 15 rep max, my best with 15 reps is 180 kilos, but obviously I'm not really close to my max bench at the moment, building back there. So, you know, 140 for 15, I would be satisfied with right now. So I'm gonna pump this out. I'm feeling the fatigue definitely, but it's no real excuse. That should be, you know, stock standard for me. I should be able to get 15 reps at 140 with no real issues. If I don't, probably catch me hanging somewhere, you know what I'm saying? That would be depressing. But it's time to go. Let's get it, baby. Hey, so 15 reps, you know, that was my goal. I had 1 or 2 in the tank, but again, this wasn't a set till failure, just before. I'm happy with that. It was a lot of bench, you know, 205 for a single, back to 170 for tempo work, and then obviously 180 for an AMRAP and 140. So it's a lot of intensity, a lot of stimulus. You know, for me, I just see it as, I said, brick by brick. The last time I hit 180, a week ago, I got 5. This week I got 6, under fatigue, so that's progress plus, I think. And I got 140 for 15. You know, the next time I hit 140, I'll be aiming for 20. So a couple of weeks time, and then we'll bump it up to, you know, 150 for 15, and then 20. So it's just steps. And that's all it is. That's all the game is. It's finding a way to just progress continually. If you can do that, you're going to be sweet. If you're looking for fast gains and shortcuts, you might get them at first, but you'll come back to bite you very quickly. So it's always good to stick to the plan the best you can, be reasonable as much as possible, and only cook when the pan is hot. You know what I mean? So don't push it when it's not there. If you're gonna push it, pick the right time. Timing is important. There is a time and place. So I'm gonna crack on to accessories now. More chest, whole bunch of back. Let's go, baby. All right, guys, so time to crack into some dumbbell work. 50 kilo dumbbells. You know, obviously I would prefer something a little heavier, but it is what it is. We work with what we have. Gonna upgrade these bad boys soon. But we'll get a couple sets of 20 in. I mean, sets of 20 with 50s after that bench work should be fairly humbling and challenging. So yeah, we'll get into these, obviously focusing on full range of motion. That is important. If you're picking up some dumbbells, stop about, you know, yeah, it's cool to get a pump. And yes, there's a time and place for partial reps, but let's be honest, those of you who do partial reps, you're not doing it on purpose, or you're just saying that to cover the fact that you're not strong enough to take it through a full range. So, my advice, drop your unwarranted ego. You shouldn't have one in the first place if you're having to get those ego reps in, you know what I mean? An ego speaks for itself. So, focus on the quality, not the, I guess, the amount of weight you're moving with dumbbells. That's not the most important thing. You know, this is a supplement. This is meant to complement our main movements. So let's, I guess, treat it as such, treat it with respect, and get it done properly. Stop half-assing shit. It sucks. Let's go, baby. And now we'll get a bit of back work into finish. 1-to-1 push-pull ratio is important. So, after we do our pressing movements, it's important to match that at least with a pulling movement, whether it's a vertical pull, horizontal pull, just match it as close as you can. 1-to-1 ratio. That way you're not going to be walking around with rounded shoulders and glaring weaknesses in your back. Remember, the back is a foundation of strength. There's no one out there with a massive back who is weak as piss, I can promise you that. But flip that, I've seen dudes with big old titties who couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag and could not score in a brothel. So, big back, baby, that's the goal. So we'll get it done. I'm gonna start with some rows today, seated rows, and then some lat pull downs. And we're probably gonna do some push-ups to finish. I've done a fair bit of pressing so far, but I don't mind a push-up just because I guess the behavior of the shoulder blade is different. Everything we do with bench, we're retracting our shoulder blades, reducing the range of motion. Even with dumbbell pressing, even though we're taking it through a full range, that last part, we still don't really, I guess, let our shoulder blades, our scaps glide out. But with push-ups, you think about it, it's like throwing a punch. So that shoulder blade is gliding through a full range from being, retracted to protracted. So, it's not a bad thing to chuck in there. Old school exercise, super simple, super effective. Even if you're a powerlifter, even if you're a bodybuilder, it still does its job. You're still getting blood flow on the chest, the triceps. If you're heavy enough, you can add weight to it. There's things you can do, but it's just a unique way of, I guess, taking your joints through a full range. So we'll crack into this now, and we'll chat soon when this session is finished. Let's go, baby. And that's the session done, baby. Hell of a lot of bench, a lot of chest and a lot of back. Tempo work on the bench, touch and go work, a couple of AMRAPs, obviously some dumbbell pressing, full range of motion, of course, on the incline. Sets of 20, it was it's hefty. And then obviously some back work and some push-ups as well, guys. Push-ups, they're a pretty good exercise. They're overlooked, but let's think about it. When we're bench pressing, we're focused on that scapular retraction all the time. We're keeping the scaps back that we don't get that movement. But with the push-ups, it's like throwing a punch. We get the full movement, the full gliding of the scapula of the shoulder blade, which is really important for shoulder health and longevity as we move on into the sport as we get older. So, don't knock the old school exercises. There's nothing wrong with chucking some push-ups in. I did it with a weight on my back, but you get the gist. It was a successful day. I'm very happy with it. Make sure, if you haven't yet, you let me know if you want to see a full day of eating or the 10,000 calorie challenge. I'm up for either, I'm up for either. We'll have some fun with it, you know that. We'll make it a good time. But yeah, it's my Saturday. It's just after lunchtime now. I'm enjoying this delicacy, which is obviously just tobacco. But I'm going to go home, edit this video. This will take me 6 hours to edit, and hopefully you'll see it online tonight before 8 o'clock. Australian time, that is, wherever you're watching it from. Otherwise, we'll chuck it up tomorrow. But go to the gym. I know it's the weekend. We don't get days off. We don't get to take it easy, unfortunately. This is life. If you want to be better than the rest, you got to do more than the rest. And what is average these days? What is mediocre? Those people are constantly looking for the easy way out. So do the opposite of that. Find a challenge, find struggle, meet it head on. I think you're going to do very well in life. Don't run away from challenge. Don't shy away from challenge. That's not how we do it, baby. That's not how we do it around here. But of course, once the hard work's done, treat yourself. But you got to get the hard work done first. So, until next time, no treats until you go to the gym and eat your vegetables.